points as the second half wore on. You feeling maybe a little bit fortunate, maybe one of those half chances they had didn't go to the other side of the post?
I don't feel fortunate. Yeah, to be honest, the second half we weren't great at all. I think we have to look at it again. But yeah, I'm not happy with the second half. Yeah, first half we did some good things, but when I look over the game, the second half wasn't great. So we need to work at that and address that on Monday.
What's your first reaction? What went wrong in the second half?
I think our pressure on the ball was slow. We started becoming negative, too slow with the ball. Our positioning was wrong. So there's a lot of factors, in that. So again, we'll look at the video tonight. Some of the boys will be in tomorrow, and we'll work on it to improve that on Monday. Yeah, look, I think Mac had a great chance in the first half. But look, it's great to see that they're able to back the game up after a 40-hour sort of flight back home, and only had 40 hours to prepare. So look, in that way, it's great to get minutes into their legs. You could see that fatiguing towards the end, but the modern day footballer, unfortunately, because we live in Australia, that's what happens. So. It was just good to get him back, good to get him some minutes, and good to get the continuity to get out to play, together, all three of them, because we haven't had that this season. Even in the practice games, I think we've had one like that. So preparation's been difficult in the connection of the back in the front three. Sorry, but it's great for them to all play tonight.
How long do you see it sort of taking for them to gel? Because clearly we're not getting a glimpse of maybe their best. How long do you think it's going to take to find that rhythm?
I don't know. Time will tell, I suppose. We'll see. I don't know.
You talk about players not chasing down as hard in the second half and feel the frustration coming off you around that. What do you think that was down to? Was it the lack of preparation? They just weren't fit? The mindset wasn't right? What do you think?
It could be a few things. Obviously it's the first round, so there's always this build up to game one, as we know. But I don't know. Some games, it happens. But positively, we ground out a result. So through the second half, where I thought we were great, we were able to grind out a result, which was great for us in the end. But obviously, we needed a lot of improvement. Yeah, the defence, bar the first goal, they did a great job. But as I was voicing, it's a collective. But again, it's another area where we need to look into and to improve.
Just labouring the point on that second half, do you think it had more to do with yourselves, or Brisbane just as much impacting on the complexion of the game?
Maybe both. I don't know. I can only speak on behalf of my team in Melbourne City, but there's obviously a lot of room for improvement, which is again a negative, but also a positive, because you never stop learning, and you can always improve. So I'll take that as a positive.
Any injuries or anything to come out of tonight?
No, everyone is okay. I'm sure Jamie and Lex will have a good sleep for a couple of days, but everyone put up okay.
Feel pretty confident that those guys who've got minutes in the leagues tonight, that say next week going forward, you maybe got them in good stead now to.
Yeah, I think it just breeds the continuity, in terms of they'll be here for until January, until when this next squad gets called in, but it just breeds continuity and rhythm where they get to train. Day by day, week by week, everything's settled. So that helps us. But as you know, the international footballers, this is is what they have to do.
Just had, sorry,
Oh, go for it.
just had you see that Brisbane roll that late chance at the end, flag for offside. They obviously didn't think it was. Did you see it? Look at it?
Yeah, I didn't see it. Obviously, we got told at the start of the game VAR wasn't working. Yeah, if you didn't know that one. And then it started. Then it went into during the game. Yeah, obviously someone saw something up the top, and I don't know if it was the linesman or the VAR. But again, it's an area where we need to improve because it was a set piece.
So they said the VAR wasn't working and then it came on during the game? Or?
Yeah, so at the start of the game, the VAR wasn't working, and then I think they got it to work during the first half. So again, I don't know who saw the offside or if it was the linesman or the official upstairs, but it was called. But it's an area where we need to work on as well.
Some thoughts on Conor Metcalf's progress, how you think he's gone over in preparation for this season? What is a contract year for him? I guess there will be some kind of pressure lying over his head, but how do you think he's handled it so far?
In terms of what? Sorry.
Because it is a contract year for him, like there will, I guess, be a lot of pressure on a footballer in that respect. How do you think he's handled his pre-season and his application so far?
Yeah, he's been great. He's worked hard. He's been focused. I think the only pressure that's put to him is maybe the way he thinks, not us. He's great for us. He's been fantastic. Again, he's one of those that needs to play regular football, needs to play to progress, and that's a lot of the young players, not just in our team, but I'm sure around the A-League. So he needs to continue to play as much as possible. But the only way to do that, to improve, is to work. So what will happen with his contract? That's in discussion. But obviously we value him here at our club.
We saw tonight you started at 11. Atkinson came off the bench, Tilio came off the bench, Kolkowski stayed on the bench. Does that give you a bit of flexibility to address the concerns you made tonight, knowing that you've got several players that can start on the bench? You can afford to make changes if you see something that needs to be done.
Yeah, as I've always said, there's always competition for spots, and a name is just a name. Whoever trains the best and the attitude is good, and they will play. I did that I had to do it in the grand final. So age is not a number, but there's always competition, and I think it's healthy especially at our club where players are pushing to start. So there's always that added competition within the group, which I think is healthy.
And Roslin Griffiths was out today. Is there an injury there?
Just his shoulder. It's just a precaution. Obviously shoulder's big. A big sort of injury, even though his injury is not big. It's just one of those where we just need to assess him day by day. Because he's always improving, so we just go day by day with that one.
Just to go back to the young players in the squad rotation, you've spoken a lot about how important it is for them, particularly the young players, to play regularly to improve. And so you're not at all worried about getting enough game time with all of those players across the course of the season, considering how much competition there is for spots?
Yeah, there's no guarantee for game time. You need to earn it. So it's a normal football team around the world. It's the same thing. No one's guaranteed game time. It doesn't matter if you're young or you're old. So it's the attitude that I look at and the way they perform day in, day out, and obviously the way they perform in the game. And that's the way I assess it.
Time for one more. Thanks, guys. Cool.
Okay, thank you.